Hi, April here with Aaliyah Creative. I'm so excited you're here with me today, my friend. And today I thought I would share something I don't always share on my channel, which is my weekly planning. So I have been using the Hobonichi Taco. Oh, no, the Hobonichi Weeks. I don't know why I said that. The Hobonichi Weeks. I've used it several years in a row. I took a break from it year before last, and then this year I decided to come back into it. I love this cover. I'm so sad that this year is almost over because I just absolutely adore this cover. But I do have my new one for the next, and I did go with the weeks, and it's just kind of a plain cover, but that's okay. So, yeah, let's jump in. Let me know if you like this type of video. Leave me a comment below and let me know what type of planners you normally use, if you've found something that works for you, or if you're still trying to find planner piece. I like this one because it limits the space, because the more space you give me, the more that I will fill it. And so this is both something that is not too overwhelming, but it can hold things that I need to do. And as you can see, I do switch up a lot on how I do my layouts and what I am tracking. It all just depends on, what's going on. And you can see real life here. It's weeks that I didn't plan, weeks that I had the intention of planning, but didn't. So let's get into it here and take a look. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It absolutely helps my little channel grow. And I'm excited that you decided to be a part of our little creative world. So I was going to do a Halloween theme spread this week, but I actually decided to go with kind of a fall and woodland theme just because of the stickers that oh, that's not good. The stickers that I have available, where did they go? I've lost them already. I literally actually got everything all like organized and they're under here, organized and set aside so that I wouldn't have to be searching. So I'm going to use these woodland stickers. Now, these are inexpensive stickers. I got these at Walmart. They were like 97 cents, 96 cents, something like that. They are a good size for this. Some of them are a little big, but I think they'll work well in here. And then I also have these heart stickers, which I may or may not use. Actually, I was going through a box and I found them and I was like, well, we'll throw them out here and see if it's something we use. And then, of course, we're going to do our mild liners. And I've selected 3 colors that kind of coordinate with the stickers. Sometimes I go with just 2 colors, sometimes 3, or, if I'm doing a crazy rainbow spread, I might use more than that. Let's get into it here. Sometimes I will put the stickers down first and work around them. Other times I'll lay out my week and work around that. I've been doing stickers first for a while, so I think I'm going to mix it up a little bit and see what we can do. You can see that there are, if you've never used one of these, you can see that there are some light lines here. Now, one thing about me is that I may start out doing things precisely and staying like neat and organized, but what I know will happen is that as it goes along, I'm just going to get less precise and less mess and more messy. And I have learned to be okay with that because that is just kind of how I do things. I used to, if I started out precisely and then made a mistake, I would basically feel like that page was ruined, and then it would keep me from using it. That both goes in planning, journaling, everything pretty much. So I'm glad that I've seen progress in me to learn to let these imperfections and wiggly lines be okay. And they really are okay with me. It took a while. There was a lot of uncomfortableness. And that's not to say that sometimes my perfectionism doesn't rear its ugly head and cause some problems. So I'm just doing some boxes here to break it up and to add some color. See how we're getting a little bit less structured as we go along. So, a little bit about what I'll be tracking this week is going to be my assignments, any appointments that I might have, and hopefully working maybe planning for some Halloween or fall activities because it is already, oh my goodness, tomorrow will be the 20th of October, and I don't feel like I've gotten all my fall fun activities in. How about you? Have you? I never get them all done because I love it so much, but it is, I've been trying to have like a more less consumerism fall and fall activities and Halloween activities. And that is partially because of financial situation, and then partially because I really want kind of a more old-fashioned feel, and I really want to enjoy things and make the most of small moments. So that's what I'm hoping to work a little bit of that fun planning in this week. So the bear is going to be too big to use on this page, so I know I want to use him over here, and I'm probably going to cover up this little calendar because I never use that. There. So he's cute, setting a tone. I could have used some brown on this too, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because there are a lot of brown animals. Also, um, fun fact, brown is my color that I don't love. So it's never going to be what I'm like, ooh, I'm going to do a brown spread unless I'm like purposely thinking, like trying to do it as a challenge to myself because it isn't my natural go-to. So I think I want to do some of these gold mushrooms on here. And do I want the mushrooms? I think I want to do this one on the colored part, and I may go ahead and continue that theme. So I think down here, put another red one. He's a little big. And it about the green one here. That one's going to fade in. Oof, I didn't think about the red placement. We'll have red plus red plus red. So we're going to have to do some brown. Here, let's do this guy right here. Do you ever just really overthink your stickers? Like if I had thought about this, I can see that a lot of them have more of a yellowish background. So perhaps that I should have not used the yellow background. But I didn't think that far ahead. And often I don't because I do tend to just work intuitively. I do occasionally plan things out, but I really like an intuitive flow. And I mean, it's just a planner page, right? It's not like going to be the end of the world if it's not perfectly placed. We're just having a little fun with stickers to add a little bit of fun and whimsy to our planner to make it more fun. I do find that the weeks that I have a spread that I enjoy more, I will tend to come to it to actually check it, mark things off. Sometimes it may just be a once a week check in or a check in at the end of the week to see if I did everything. Something about writing it down does seem to commit things to my memory so that I'm less likely to forget about them. So I don't always have to go back and look at it, but it is here if I want to do that. So I want to continue with kind of the little headers that I have been doing. So I'm just going to follow right along that line. I'm going to go right over the top of the sticker. It's probably not going to show on the sticker. I can probably wipe it right off. But then you get kind of that continuous feel. Oops, one was a little wonky. So, oh, that's fabulous. Fabulous. So this is woodland animals, and all I put down here is mushrooms, which is that tracks. That tracks for me. Ah, and the bear, I forgot about him. Okay, so now we've got that. And we're gonna go in and put some appointments in this color. So we know that we have an appointment on Monday. So I think I will just do the thing there. And then on Sunday is not an appointment, but it is the due date for my classes. If you are using these highlighters and when you pick up your pen, there's like a deposit, I guess you could say, you can just kind of tap it with your finger and it'll take that harshness away if that bothers you. But sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so now we've got that. Now let's go ahead and write those in. I do find with these smaller that if you can use a finer point pen, it's going to make your life so much easier. I write big as it is. So this is a Pilot G-Tech C4 and it's nice and small. And I like that it has a nice dark ink. So we've got our appointment there and then we're going to do class work. I said it was nice and dark and then now it's like nude. Class work due. So that's our two major things. Oh, wait, I have one more on Tuesday. Forgot about my Tuesday. I have to go and get my oil changed. It is, I'm embarrassed to say how far past the time it should have been changed. I normally am really, really good about sticking to a very strict oil change, but I haven't. So I figured the only way I was going to do it was to make an appointment. The reason is because it can take a long time to get it done. And the last time I went to get my oil changed, I don't know, for whatever reason, because my car was new last year, like some places wouldn't change the oil because their computers hadn't been updated to accommodate my car. So that was fun. And I guess now because of that, I like, I'm afraid it's going to be a thing. Well, so I'm going to the place that I know can do it, but they have a long wait time. Uh, and I know I won't be happy about that. So I've been putting it off. All right, so now let's add some more whimsy now that we've got our major things put on here. And I want to have a list of my homework so that I can check that off. So I'm going to do that here on the baton. I'll go back in and fill out any of I'm going to leave room so that I can fill out any assignments that I don't know. But I think I'll do an alternating one this time. Those are not good. Sometimes I will leave space in between, because to me, it's visually better to separate them more, but because I probably will have assignments that I need to add that I'm not thinking of, I'm gonna do them right next to each other. So here, um, let's do some little cricket boxes. Wow, those are worse than normal. It's okay, okay. So we're going to be doing chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 3 quiz, chapter 4 quiz, yellow dig posts, and chapter 3. So my course that I am taking right now, since I did drop my math courses and I finished my art class, this is my business communication and writing course. And I like the information in it, but I do not like the textbook at all. I do not like the textbook. Has these little quiz test things that you do in there. Not the quizzes, but another assignment that you do. And you do get 3 tries, which is great, but I don't like it because I swear the information is conflicting itself. And like it will tell me that I got it wrong, and then in the explanation, it will literally tell me that I was right. And I've had that happen on a couple of questions now, so it makes me uncertain if I am misunderstanding something or if there are errors, and then that makes me second guess my choices, which means that it takes longer to get through and it frustrates me because I need it to be I need the text to not contradict itself and as it is a communications course. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes further on into it, and I might ask the instructor about it. I was still able to get a low 90 on everything this week, even with that. So I'm not super worried. We'll just see how next week goes. And I need to turn in the extra credit that I already did. That'll help make up for not getting like 100 on the assignments, hopefully. I misspelled credit. I don't care. I do that when I'm doing this. I'm going to misspell things. Um, and if I catch it and can fix it, I'll fix it if I want to. And if I don't, I won't. And that is okay because this is my planner. That's for me. And it doesn't matter, if I'm making mistakes. So let's break up this with this little box guy. And I'm going to leave some room here just in case I do have something I have forgotten offhand. Okay, so what else do we need this week? I like to have a buy section, and I usually do that down here. I'm gonna go simple. That will be my buy section, and this will be my work section. And then I'll do two to-do sections just in case I end up needing two to-do sections. I probably won't. It just depends on how detailed. I also keep a digital calendar and system that I keep track of things on as well. So sometimes I don't have to put everything in here. This is for the broad overview of what's happening for the week. And again, writing these things down helps to solidify it in my mind so that I'm less likely to forget, even if I don't end up coming back to my computer. I want a little sticker to go in between. I love this cute little mouse to go in between. Isn't he adorable? Right. I'm now going to do. I'll do this one for house tasks. And then I kind of wish I'd separated this one too. And then this will be for my work tasks. Now, this feels a little bit separate from this because of the way our colors are there. So I'm going to go in and this. I'm going to skip every other one here. Try to bring it. And if I have a lot of tasks, what I can do is, write tasks here as well. But if I don't have a lot of tasks that I want to track, I don't have to. I can leave it just like it is. Okay, let's see how that's pulling it back in where it doesn't look like it's so out of place. And then we'll go in with the green. And I think that even though I didn't visually divide it with a sticker or with a break, I think I'm going to do that here as well. I think that consistency will look nice. And I think I can put a sticker on the center of that, which will be fun. Oh no. Okay, we gotta go a little wider because I made a little oopsie. Made a little oopsie. Okay. That's nice. I'm gonna do that one like that. And then we've got a duplicate of that, and I'm going to turn it the other way there. It's kind of cute. And then things to buy. We'll go with the yellow here. And I think we'll just go ahead and do the same as well. That doesn't leave me a lot of things to buy spots because I know I'll need to add a few more things. This side's really long, that side's really short. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And then we've got kind of this extra space in here where I can write in homework or do something else. And then what I will do here as the week goes through, I will go in and I'll write like individual assignments here as I do them or on the day I intend to do them. I find it's better to write down that I did them rather than to plan what day, because as sure as I may plan the day, my whole schedule will somehow get thrown out of whack. Yeah, I think we need a little frog right here for sure. And then since we are very mushroom heavy on the other page, let's add some more mushrooms in here. And we can use some of these yellow ones that were hard to use on the other page. And how about another little animal? We might be with the bear. I love that little cute squirrel and the rabbit. He doesn't show up very well. It's another little trick. If you do have a transparent and you're not quite sure, you can use it like this to kind of figure out what might go there. Obviously, he won't. I think I'm gonna go with the hedgehog. He was my first thought. Get in there. He's adorable. Now I could add some stickers here, but for now I think I'm going to leave it as it is because I might want to do some decorating throughout the week. What do you think? Do you have any tips or suggestions? Does this inspire you to do something similar? I would absolutely love to know in the comments below. And as always, go create something and have an amazing day, my friend. Bye.